हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। आई होप आप सब लोग ठीक होंगे। सो दिस इज़ मार्च 15th एंड 16th करंट अफेयर्स, स्टार्टिंग विथ मुदुमलाई नेशनल पार्क। कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है वो? इट इज़ लोकेटेड इन नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स, which shares its area with two states, that is your Karnataka and Kerala. Okay, but the Nilgiri district is in Tamil Nadu itself. लेकिन ये जो नेशनल पार्क है वो तमिलनाडु कर्नाटका एंड केरला दोनों में लोकेटेड है. ओके, एंड दिस नेशनल पार्क वॉज अ पार्ट ऑफ नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व एंड लेटर इट वॉज डिक्लेयर्ड अ टाइगर रिजर्व. ओके, और उसका जो बफर जोन है वो भी होता है. सो यू कैन चेक आउट द डिटेल्स ऑफ व्हाट इज़ बफर जोन एट्सेट्रा इन योर एनवायरमेंट बुक. व्हाट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट हियर इज़ दैट विच रिवर इज़ एसोसिएटेड विद मुदुमलाई नेशनल पार्क. तो ये एक मैच द फॉलोइंग की तरह क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, which is your Moyar River. Okay, and 2010 में National Tiger Conservation Authority it approved the release of funds for Project Tiger here. And park का जो northern part है it is mostly affected by the wildfires. Next we have a statistics where Telangana tops in organ donations and organ transplant surgeries. So Telangana has ranked first, then Tamil Nadu, then Karnataka, Gujarat and Maharashtra. We have donor transplants in 2022 of about 655, and the deceased donors in Telangana also were 199. There is a central organ transplant hub at the Gandhi Hospital, and NIMS has created a national record of transplanting 15 kidneys in 1 month. Okay, and this is a very important point here, is that organ transplant surgeries are covered under Arogya Shri scheme. Okay, next up we have this Konda Pochama Sagar. This particular reservoir is built or located in the Markuk Mandal, that is your Markuk Tukapalli Shamirpet Road, Hyderabad. And this particular reservoir has helped a lot of riots or the farmers, and it has been like a boon for the riot, because it has helped in the paddy cultivation, in the yasangi crops, crop maize, all the agricultural activities that they are being cultivating, also in the oil palm farm and the sweet corn cultivation. So overall this particular reservoir has acted like a blessing for the farmers. Next important point is about India ranking world's 8th most polluted country. Okay, there are only 7 more polluted countries than India is, and out of in the top 50, 39 most polluted cities are Indian cities. And this particular report is given by your Swiss firm, which is IQAIR, and this report is titled as World Air Quality Report. Now, among all the cities, all the 39 cities, Delhi is the most polluted capital in the world. Next up is the AUKUS deal, that is Australia, UK, US deal. This is aimed to counter China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. So these three particular nations, that is your US, UK and Australia, have come together as AUKUS. And out of these three, Australia will be the first to receive 3 nuclear submarines from the US. Next we have what composition does the star hold. So सबसे पहले when it is born with a hydrogen fusion, which then ignites and in the dense form forms a very hot core. So they start their lives with a hydrogen fusion, but when they die, okay, there is a huge violent blast kind of a thing which happens in a very faster order, and there is no balance in the gravity. Now this is a very important point in the science and tech section, that Israel railways are using artificial intelligence for safety warning system. So what is that particular thing? Is the electro-optic system that has been developed by Israeli company which is Rail Vision. It can detect your humans, vehicles, or any object or anything that obstructs the obstacles in the जर्नी ऑफ अ ट्रेन. ठीक है, तो कोई भी चीज़ अगर 2 किलोमीटर के रेडियस के विजुअल रेंज में है तो उसको डिटेक्ट करके जो कोलाइजन्स है या फिर जो ट्रेन मिशैप्स होते हैं तो उनको रोकने के लिए दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग इज़ देयर. सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. इन फ्यूचर टाइम इंडिया माइट अडॉप्ट दिस पर्टिकुलर टेक्नोलॉजी, बट फॉर नाउ विच कंट्री हैज़ इट? इट इज़ द Israel company, for the Israel company, that is Rail Vision. Okay, next up we have this fact that water on earth has been detected to be older than the age of our sun. Okay, the sun is younger than the water that earth holds. Now this has been detected by what? By the ALMA telescope, that is Atacama Large Millimeter or Submillimeter Array. This particular telescope has given this information. Next we have March 15th being celebrated as World Consumer Right Day. The theme for 2023 is empowering consumers through clean energy transitions. So theme can be important, and who came up with this particular idea? It is John F. Kennedy, the president of USA. He issued in his speech, he spoke about consumer rights, and he was the first world leader to do so, and that is why we commemorate 15th March as your World Consumer Rights Day. Again, science and technology, this is a very very important bit, is the holographic data storage. So every time you take a selfie, the emails you send, the messages you send, everything is getting added up as your data. So the जो capacity है data store करने की और जो जिस speed से data generate हो रहा है, so we will need a new kind of a storage system, and that is your holographic storage system, which will block the data in regions called page, where one page will hold 100 kilobytes of data. For archival storage, we can use, there have been like discoveries of glass and DNA for storing the archival data, but for the warm data that is being generated every now and then, for that this particular thing will be the solution, the next coming up solution. So what is the mechanism behind this? It records the data throughout the volume of the medium. So wherever you are storing, it is not one particular place where it is being stored, it is across the volume of that particular space where the data is going to be stored, and that is through the light. Okay, and in this case, in the holographic storage, the light medium that is going to be used is your laser. So through laser, this particular storage is going to be done. And again, to retrieve the data, that is to read the data pages, we have to diffract a pulse light in the hologram and capture by a camera, which will reconstruct the page. So this is particularly the mechanism that has been shown here. All you got to remember is what is used in holographic storage system is the laser. Through that, and how is it stored? It is stored across the throughout the volume of the medium. And what is how is it stored? It is stored in pages, which each block of data is stored in pages, which constitutes as 100 kilobytes of data. Okay. Next, talking about March 16th current affairs, we have the Devonian period. Okay, the most important point here is the this particular period is the first significant adaptive radiation that we have seen on the dry land. So Devonians were acclimatized or adapted to the dry land, and this has occurred in the Paleozoic era. So this is what is important here. Next up we have Mount Merapi. It is a stratovolcano. Stratovolcano is nothing but your composite volcano, and this is located in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Now Yogyakarta also relate to your Yogyakarta principles, which in 2018 we have seen about the transgender rights. Okay, so human rights for sexual orientation are your Yogyakarta principles. So this could also be a likely question. What is important here is the location, Mount Merapi. So such volcanoes and their locations could be asked. One of them is your Mount Merapi. Next we have the inventor of first liquid fueled rocket. It was in 1926, and Robert Goddard was the person who came up with this particular idea. to change from the solid fuels that we use to liquid fuels. However, the test that he had done was not up to the mark, and the rocket got misfired and was launched only for a very limited time. But the discovery that a liquid fuel can be used was a great benchmark. Then we have a point that US has recognized McMahon Line to be the international boundary between your India and China. McMahon Line is the highest watershed ridge which acts as a demarcating line between two particular regions. While China claims that Arunachal Pradesh is on their side of your McMahon Line or the PRC territory, while India claims Arunachal Pradesh to be its own territory. So this is the clash point. And where is McMahon Line exactly located? It is located between Tibet and Assam, and was demarcated in between October 1913 and July 1914. So it was before independence that this particular territory has been drawn. Next we have Bhiwadi. This particular city tops the list in the most polluted cities in Central and South Asia. So yesterday we had seen in March 15th current affairs is that Delhi is the world's most polluted capital, but which is the most polluted city is Bhiwadi, especially in Central and South Asia, according to the same report, IQAIR report. And what is the cause for pollution in the cities? The major cause is the transport sector, that is the two-wheeler, three-wheeler and four-wheeler vehicles that we use. That is why the remedy is to use public transportation, and what is the government to be done is to upskill its transport sector, public transport sector, and enhance the connectivity between places. And what is the India's annual average particulate matter? It is 2.5. PM 2.5 level is 53.3 mg per meter cube in 2022. So that is your India's annual average PM 2.5 level. And this particular fact you can quote in your answers while you write or your essays, is that around 60% of the cities in India, they have 7 times higher PM 2.5 levels than what WHO has given us in its guidelines. Next, we know that there is a ridge being formed between Madagascar and your Africa, which is East African Ridge, and it was detected in the year 2005. It is a 35-mile long crack in the Ethiopian deserts over here, and when this after several years, when this ridge will completely rift apart the regions of both sides, it will create a sort of new ocean altogether, and it will make the landlocked countries of Uganda and Zambia also to have its own coastline. So you can see this is the present African map, and this is the going to be African map creating this particular new ocean. So the question could be, which are the countries which lie on the west side of your East African ridge? So which could be nothing but your Uganda and Zambia and other countries. So you can locate it in your map that कौन से countries हैं जो East African ridge के वेस्ट साइड पे लोकेटेड हैं, जो आज तो लैंडलॉक्ड हैं लेकिन आगे जाके वो उनको कोस्ट लाइन्स होंगी. नेक्स्ट, अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज़ दैट how do extinctions happen? Okay, what is the cause for the extinctions to happen? The first one, or the most important one, is the rising sea levels. And what happens because of that is that there is a depletion in oxygen and there is a rise in the hydrogen sulfide levels in your oceans, which lead to extinction. So this is very important point, that oxygen is reduced and your hydrogen sulfide is increased in the oceans. Then another point is the G20 meet on education that has been started in Amritsar. It is to build equitable development in the education field across the countries of UNO, G20 sorry, and there is another L20 meeting that is being done on labor. So these two important things, G20 meet on education in Amritsar, and L20 meeting on labor. We don't have to go into why are they protesting, etc. What is important for us as MCQ based questions is this 2 points. So I am focusing only related to MCQ based current affairs हमारा यहाँ पर topic है. Next, a very revolutionary thing where foreign lawyers, okay, they can participate or practice in India. So BCI, that is your Bar Council of India, it has opened up domains for the foreign lawyers to fight cases or practice in India. Now what are the details of it? First thing, they have to pay registration fee. If they are a lawyer as an individual, they have to pay $25,000, and as a law firm they have to pay $50,000 for registration. This particular registration is going to be only for 5 years, valid for 5 years under Rule 7, and they are entitled to practice only in non-litigious matters, not all matters but only non-litigious matters, and they have to register with BCI that we have seen. This particular move is going to make India an hub for international commercial arbitration. So this is the move for achieving this aim of making India an hub of international commercial arbitration. Next we have first Bharat Gaurav tourist train, which is your Punya Kshetra Yatra from Puri, Kashi, Ayodhya, etc. So the journey is going to start from your Sikandrabad, that is your Telangana, to Puri, Odisha, Konark, Gaya, Varanasi, again your UP, and then Ayodhya, then Prayagraj, and then back to Sikandrabad. So this will be the journey, Puri, Kashi, Ayodhya, Punya Kshetra Yatra, and this is the first Bharat Gaurav tourist train from South Central Railway, that is SC. In last videos we have seen that SCR has collected the most revenue from ticket checking. Okay. Next up we have competition on G20 countries, that is the National Youth Challenge competition. This is being conducted with collaboration of IIT Hyderabad and your INYAS, that is National Young Academy of Science. So these two institutes have collaborated to conduct National Youth Challenge competition on the G20 countries. Next we have Blackberry IoT centers, that is Internet of Things Center in Hyderabad. So this will be the second largest IoT division after Canada, and outside Canada this will be the largest. This is another important, very important news rather, that Hyderabad is under top 3 cities that are preferred by life sciences firms. Okay, this report has been given by CBRE South Asia Private Limited and has shared the point that Hyderabad has recorded 19% share in accumulative office space leasing in life sciences, and this report is titled Life Sciences in India, the Sector of Tomorrow. So what is important is the report. So this particular report is released by CBRE South Asia Private Limited. This report has also mentioned about Telangana, which leads the highest number of US FDA certified plants. So this also is important. This particular frame of current affairs is very, very important. You can take a screenshot and keep it. Also, in the API manufacturing, Telangana has emerged as a leading state. Further, Hyderabad also has attracted the biggest investments in 2022 by Biological E. Okay, that is 1800 crores, the largest investment in 2022 at Genome Valley. So these are very important points which can come at statements and help you to eliminate the choices in the question. Next we have a point that Osmania Medical College is launching a skill lab. What is a skill lab? It is like a prototype demo and learning facility for the healthcare professionals. So एक तरह का टेस्ट मैच आपका होता है ये skill hub, where you learn things in a demo basis before you actually perform your surgery. A point to be noted here is that it is also for the paramedical technicians also, and this skill lab is conducted, a demo facility is given every year. So this was about 15th and 16th March current affairs. I hope you like the sessions, and I will see you next with another current affairs video tomorrow. Thank you for watching.